when I first started taking photos, the problem was that a lot of the photos I was taking were like really similar. They're all like repetitive, and I came across this one called type of photo, like an orbit photo, and I'd never seen it before. So obviously I look on YouTube and Insta how to do it, and I find some tutorials, and I learn how to do it, and I put it out. It goes really well for me. A lot of people thought it was cool too. And yeah, it's been like 2 years since I learned how to do it, I think. Ever since then, whenever I get a chance, I do them type of orbits. So this is basically like a video that's showing you how to do 3D like orbits, sort of like an Insta boomerang. Yeah, it's kind of simple too. It's quite simple. So so you take your camera, you point out your subject and you take a photo, aiming at it. Then you angle it one way, you take another photo, and then you angle it the opposite way, you take another photo. So you should actually have like 3 photos in total. The aim of the thing is to stitch together photos. The subject isn't really meant to move. You take it into software, you overlay the 3 photos on top of each other. It's usually best to do 3 photos, but you could do like up to 4, 5, 6 different type of angles, but it usually works better with like, it usually works best with like 3 photos. Yeah, you put them on top of each other, and you change the opacity just to make sure that you can scale them to size. You can move them left or right, and you can just position them to make sure that your subject's face, your subject's eye, or your subject's leg, or whatever you're focusing on your subject just stays in place throughout all the 3 photos. Even though you're changing the angle, just make sure that there's one part of the subject that stays in the center. Usually it's best to do the subject's head, because in photos, a photography tip that I was taught online is that in photos you usually look towards the eyes, especially in portraits you usually look towards the eyes, so it's best to always try and focus on the eyes. That's just another tip. So whenever you take a photo, like try and focus on the eyes and make sure that the eyes are like in focus. Make sure the eyes are always in focus, and yeah, you'll be good. Then you put them all in the timeline. You put all the clips on the timeline, all the photos. You can do this in whatever software too, but yeah, you could put all the photos on the timeline, and you make each photo like a couple frames long. You can change it between 3 frames and like 6 frames. Usually the effect looks better. In some instances, if the frames are longer, it looks kind of more jagged. Some instances it looks better if it's more fluid. I'll show you some examples I found, or some of these examples I've done. Like, it just changes whatever type of photo, whatever type of effects you're trying to go for. It's usually best to shoot this in portrait, because if you're posting to your story or posting to Instagram, and if it's a portrait you're taking of an actual person, you're going to want to capture most of their body in frame. What I found is it's usually best doing the whole body portraits instead of just mid shots, like torso upwards. It's best doing like a whole body thing. That's just what I've seen, what I've noticed, because when you only take photos of like of the face, and you try to do this effect on it, sometimes their eyes be shifting in places, sometimes their ears, and it just looks like just unnatural. So yeah, you might just want to do like a full body thing. You can do this on a tight lens or on a wide lens, but it's usually better on a wide lens. What I found, with a wide lens you see more of the foreground and the background moves when you have a wide lens, but with a tight lens, like, there's not as much action like going on. Apart from the subject, there's not as much action going on. So you probably want to use like a wide lens or something. So that's why you could actually do this with your phone, with the iPhone. If you have an iPhone right now, you could do this. It's that easy. Like, you could do it. You could probably do it on your phone too. You could edit on your phone. Like, editing apps are crazy. I could link some below. I can make a video on like cool editing apps on your phone. You can let me know in the comments if you like that type of video. But yeah, phones are crazy. You can do so much on the phone. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. My name is Bupe. I'm a videographer, and I make films and YouTube videos. Obviously, I'm filming this on a Wednesday. I'm gonna edit it all day, all night tomorrow. I've got tons of uni work, but I'm gonna edit it all night tomorrow to upload it on the Friday, because I'm trying not to miss a Friday. Then yeah, my short film will be coming out soon. If you haven't seen it, I'll link the trailer up here. So make sure you go and see it. This is like my new uni room, by the way, so if you want like a room tour, I mean, I guess we can upload that. You know, I'm trying to just diversify what I upload. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Insta at BXPK.